how's it going, guys? I'm Ray. Welcome back to my Sims 4 channel. Today we are doing another home in my Building Newcrest series. This house is a cozy little cottage, and I cannot tell you how much I ended up loving this home. So over here I have written down who this sim is for, who this house is for. So this is a cottage style home for two parents who are either about to have a baby or already have had a baby. I'm not sure, but it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, and one of the bedrooms ends up being turned into a nursery. I really can't explain to you guys how much I ended up loving this house. The layout, I think, is something super unique, or at least for me. I've never built a house like this. Sorry about the traffic. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I live by a busy street and there's just really not much I can do about it. But I love the layout of this house. It's very small and I love building on small lots. Building on larger lots can be fun too, but I just think smaller lots are a lot less pressure, which I really like. But this house ends up having some brown features, which I think was pretty cool because I normally do white. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. She's on my lap right now, so she's gonna make a little bit of noise here and there. But yeah, I usually do a lot of white accents and switching it up to brown, and a dark brown at that, because I usually like a warm, natural tone wood. I just think it made for something different for me, and it turned out surprisingly well, at least in my opinion. Please do let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. But if it's something negative, please be gentle with me. Just be kind about the criticism because I am fragile. But here we are working on the back of the home. So there's not much of a yard in the front or the back with this being such a small lot, but I ended up doing a pathway that led from the front all the way around the side and to the back, which I thought was something really cool. I've never done that before. I don't think, at least, not that I can remember. And I really liked the way that it turned out. I think that particular, okay, so I had trouble the last video I did trying to figure out what that's called. I'm just gonna call it a pathway. I don't know what kind of tile that's called. It's not a tile. It's like stone tile masonry. I don't know. Girl, I don't know. So now we're working on the inside, and this flooring is the Western flooring from the Get Famous pack. Oh my gosh, I love that wood flooring so stinking much. It's so nice and old. If you guys have been following me for a while, then you know I have a soft spot for older homes in real life and in The Sims. It's what I like to build. I like making things that look like they've seen some wear and tear, and that's why I really like this flooring a lot. And I think it's used for the Western sets that come with Get Famous, because you really wouldn't think that it would fit that pack, but that's the one that it came from, and I really like it. But you can see that we're working on the living room, and yes, I did end up using 2 of the love seats from the Book Nook kit. Listen, I'm sorry. I tried to limit how much of the Book Nook kit and basement treasures I used in this build. I don't know if we used anything from Basement Treasures, to be honest, but I just had to use those 2 love seats, honestly, because they fit the style of the build, and on top of that, they fit the shape of the living room so well. I had to do it, you guys. I'm sorry. And also, if you have seen the last speed build that I did, basically, I talked about how I have trouble making builds that are colorful. And as you can see, that did not change with this one. Like I said, I did use more of a darker wood tone this time than more of a more natural colored wood. Girl, can you speak? Not really. The answer is no. But so yeah, a lot of darker browns this time instead of beige and warmer colors, but it's still neutral. It's still neutral. I couldn't help myself. It just worked for this particular build. But basically in the next video, I'm going to try really, really hard to do a colorful build. I have a special build coming up that I'm doing with my BFF Whitney, aka Black Essence, and I'm really excited about that. And I know there's going to be a lot of color in that build, and I can't wait to tell you guys more about it. Bless you. My goodness, my dog just sneezed. But I can't wait to tell you guys more about it, but for right now I'm gonna keep it to myself. I've got to work out some details with her first, but that should be coming out relatively soon, and I'm very, very, very excited and looking forward to it. So to be honest, usually when I make these videos, I use them as an excuse to talk about something in my life, and I don't really have anything to talk about today, which is unfortunate. Aside from the fact that I did get a package in the mail and I got a new book that I've been wanting to read for ages. If you don't know anything about me, which, like, why would you? I'm nobody. I love horror, and I've really got into reading recently, so I've been reading a lot of horror books. So I went to Amazon and I bought a book called Horrid, and I am so freaking excited to read that tonight. OMG, I've just been in need of something with a big twist, and that book fit the bill. Everything that I read about the reviews, everybody said that the book had a big twist ending, and that's what your girl was looking for. I love a twist in movies, books, anything. So I'm very, very excited to read that tonight. Please let me know down in the comments below if you have any book recommendations. They don't have to be horror. That's like my favorite genre, but I will read pretty much anything fiction. I just don't like nonfiction. I've tried nonfiction books so many times. I've always wanted to get into them, and I can't do it. They bore me so much. I end up donating all of my nonfiction books every single time, which is unfortunate. Well, it's not unfortunate that they get donated. We have a little free library at a local park here, but it's unfortunate that I don't see the value in them. I see the value in them, but I don't know. It's a me thing, you know? Like, I see the value in nonfiction books, but that doesn't mean I like them. I wish I did. I really would like to like nonfiction books, but I'm a fiction girly. I want to escape reality, you guys. What are my bangs doing today, you guys? Like, I have one piece that just wants to sit in the middle. Yeah, right there. It just wants to sit in the middle of my forehead and do nothing. And I don't know why. I think we're kind of just gonna have to roll with it. But anyway, we are working on the kitchen now, and originally I had thought about making this a tiny dining... Yeah? Oh my gosh, my dog is talkative today. Do not knock my microphone, please. Oh my gosh, you guys. My dog has been a little menace lately. Like, she is causing havoc right now, and there's literally nothing wrong with her. Are you seeing this? Like, are you seeing this? What do you want? You don't need anything. You've been fed, you've been wild seed, you've had a drink. Like, you are literally good. But that's my dog for you. She is a drama queen. Oh my goodness. You've already heard me talk about her in other videos. She's been driving me crazy lately. I just don't know why she is the way that she is. Like Michael Scott, why are you the way that you are? That is my dog for you. But anyway, I originally thought about trying to put a little tiny dining table in the kitchen, and the kitchen just ended up being too small for that, unfortunately. So I ended up not making a mudroom necessarily, but kind of put the same type of things that would be in a mudroom. So that turned out pretty cool. I liked it. I ended up making kind of like a custom shelving thing. So that was pretty fun. But you guys, I absolutely hate the nursery that I did. I'm sorry, it's so bad. Maybe it's not bad. I don't know. I am hard on myself. We are our own worst critics, that's for sure. But I hate it. I cannot stand it. I originally tried to go with like a neutral theme. Surprise, surprise. That's just how I build. But I ended up changing it all to like pink, I think. And I'm not vibing with it. It's so bad. But that's just my little problem. I'm not good at building for families. I mentioned this in the last video, but I'm good at building a one-story home for a single female sim, because that's me. I can build it from my own perspective and for what I like to my taste. That's what I'm good at. If I have to build for a male sim or a female sim of a certain hobby. Like if she has a certain interest, that's hard for me. And I'm not good at building for kids either because I just don't like know kids. I don't know any kids. I didn't grow up around kids. I don't know. I'm just not good at building for them. Maybe if I just think like a kid, you know, like what would I have wanted in a room as a kid? But see, I'm weird, so I'm not sure that that would turn out great. I was a weird kid. I mean, I was dealing with undiagnosed autism, so I was really obsessed with the Partridge Family as a kid, and that was pretty much it. So I don't think I can make a Partridge Family inspired room in The Sims. Maybe I could. I don't know. That would be kind of fun. Maybe I'll make the Partridge Family house in The Sims. My mind it's going all sorts of places right now. The best part of this whole house is coming up here in a couple of minutes, and that's the landscaping. I really liked what I ended up doing with that, and I'm excited to show you guys because landscaping is becoming one of my favorite things to do in The Sims, which is funny because it used to be something that I absolutely hated. But that's because I wasn't good at it and I didn't really try, to be honest. But these videos give me a reason to try, because before, if I was just building for myself, nobody was going to see it but me. But now it's like all of you are going to see it, and so I feel a little bit more pressure to put the work in. But here is the little girl's nursery, and again, I liked the direction that it was turning out originally, and I don't know why I changed it. It might have been because I couldn't find any good pictures to put up on the wall, but I am not feeling what I did with it. I don't like it at all. But there's no turning back now. I did it. It's already this way. You guys are already seeing it. I can't change it. I mean, I can, but you guys wouldn't see it, so what does it really matter? But yeah, don't love it. Don't love it. But that's okay. You know, we're not gonna like everything that we build in this game, and the odds are, even if we do a good job, probably all of us don't like something about our builds, and sometimes we're being ridiculous. I don't know if I'm being ridiculous about this or if it's just bad. You'll have to let me know. Again, gently. You'll have to let me know. But yeah, this is about what it ends up looking like. So we are working on the outside now. We start out by trying to use these debug hedges, and I just didn't really like them. They were just, I felt like the house was too boxed in. I needed something that you could kind of see through to make it feel a little bit more open, since the yard was so small. It's not even a yard, it's just like a space. So we tried to use these hedges and I just wasn't feeling it. It felt like a little too much. So we try some different fences out, and ultimately we use a fence from, I think it's Cottage Living. Cottage Living, the one that just looks like some regular wood, like wood pieces. And I got inspired by a house that's actually up the street from me, and they did that with their house. They have just a little nice fence around their front yard made out of wood, and it's not even painted or stained. You can see it right now. That's why I kept the light wood tone. I kind of had the feeling that they made this themselves and they just decided not to paint it, or they haven't painted it yet or stained it, and I really liked how that turned out. I just think it feels so real, at least to me. I don't know if that's normal for you guys, but I loved it. And then I used these little tiny fences to kind of box in some of the landscaping, and I thought that turned out so beautiful. This is my favorite build, at least the exterior, that I've made in a long time. It's just so cute. I absolutely love it. I think the exterior would fit really well in Windenburg, so maybe I'll end up using this one day for my own gameplay in Windenburg and just kind of change up the inside for my sim self. That'd be fun. But yeah, now we're doing some terrain painting and just finishing up on the build. I definitely talked more about the build than I usually do. Usually I'm all over the place telling stories and just ranting about my life, so go me. But we should be coming up on the screenshots pretty soon, so thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy. You guys could really help me out by commenting down below what kind of sim you would like to see me make a house for in Newcrest next, whether it be a single sim, a family. Let me know. I'm not always the most creative when it comes to imagining sims, so that would be super helpful. I think it'd be really cool and fun to do some builds from you guys' ideas, so definitely submit those down in the comments below. I'm also thinking about doing some kind of let's play, maybe rags to riches, so let me know if you would like to see rags to riches done with either my sim self or an original sim. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and until the next one, bye!